actually need to hit start yet. I didn't hit my split button. I accidentally hit it somewhere. I don't even know where. Like, my hand was not even on the keyboard. That wasn't intentional. Okay. The thing that sucks about when you're looking at the keyboard sound. It's beautiful. I might turn off my mic every once in a while if my roommate comes in, because I'm just in my dorm right now. My matching's a little slow right now. I also had to check to make sure the stream was still up. But I have like chat on my phone right now, and it was showing up weird. So I just wanted to make sure. Nice. Perhaps I can actually explain what I'm doing today, in case anyone is new to Undertale speedruns also. Most of the ruins is just RNG. Like, you're trying not to get encounters. There's only a couple rooms you can really get them in. And then there's others that you can avoid them altogether if you just move short distances. And then, if you do get an encounter, you want it to be either a multi-mall or a winsome. Those are multi-malls. You can spare them immediately, which is faster than just running. So that's good. A lot of the times you'll just get like rockets. You can't run. At least in the first half. In the second half, there's some other ones. Most of those you can run. So I was not in one. Not just cheer him a couple times. And if you mess up on the last one and you don't either cheer or flirt with him, you'll start crying and it's like impossible. So your run's still dead. It's pretty funny. No encountering there, that's good. We're getting pretty decent talk. Really good for the second half, at least so far. First half we got a frogget as our first encounter, which isn't. Ooh, okay, this is actually really good. We got the frame perfect, like missing the encounter there, so that's nice. This went from pretty average to above average because of that. that, you just have menu. And then for the tutorial fight, basically all there is to that is you want to get as many of her hand attacks as possible, because you get hit by her hand, the attack stops immediately, which is fast for a speaker. So you just this is good. This is great. What the? Okay. Well, I'll take that. I mean, you can get faster if you get a certain attack. You can take only one damage. This lets you get hit by more hands. But I mean, we take those. And that's still good. Sorry about that. My roommate came in for a second there. That was, but yeah, that was a really good ruins, as you can see by me being 15 seconds ahead. It's actually my second time ever getting it. Doing it again. It's fucking stupid. But yeah, that's the second time I've ever gotten 7 ruins. Anyway, that's a great start to the run. Basically, the first like 20 something minutes are pretty boring to watch, I'd say, because it's mostly just mashing away text as quickly as you can and RNG. There's a couple execution things that you need to look out for. That's pretty interesting. The ice puzzle will get that, but some menu and stuff. But like 25 minutes on this one really starts getting interesting, because you get an item called the punch ticket, which lets you have those things. It's pretty funny, especially when you consider that item kind of piece of crap. Lost a couple times, so maybe you can still get the 10 and dock it up. So it'll be close, especially if you get fuck you, Sam. Now we aren't getting a sub 10 dog fight because you had to tell us that a refrigerator was running. We probably wouldn't have gotten it anyway. But yeah, that's a meme. Sub 10 dog fight. Ow. Okay. God damn it. Most of this is just like walking in specific path. Just mashing. This is bad. Just run from here on. You pretty much run from everything until there's one mold small. Oh, it's actually two mold smalls, but in one encounter. So you run from it, waterfall. But for now, you just run from everything. Oh, and also we put on the tough glove so that we're able to just use the stick and throw it at the dogs. Had my finger on the wrong key there. I was walking to the right instead of down. I am still kind of rusty on the game, but I still know everything about it. We can do all the things. Yeah. For this, you have to say no. You don't. Whoa. Because you have to watch the whole tiles gone scrambling up and then Papyrus kind of walking away. Alright, here's Ice Puzzle. You do it a specific way, skip the animation for the bridge. There's actually a couple ways you can pull it off, but you just have to do that, and you skip that whole animation, which saves a couple seconds. For this, it's just throwing the stick at it again, but there's a chance you can get a hand like a tutorial attack. If it's just the dog that's laying down, you can just run into it and it'll skip the attack. I held the wrong button. I'm an idiot. But yeah. Yeah, we can put a good amount of time on this cat map. There's no reason to lose 10 seconds in there. I'm just playing not great right now. At least in that thing. Papyrus, you just kind of run into his attacks. They don't cancel anything, but never actually kill you, he just leaves you at one and then like send you to his garage. And if you do that 3 times after the third, when you go talk to him the 4th time, he'll let you just skip the fight. Which is, believe it or not, doing that 3 times faster than me. It's pretty funny. The only fights that really have like any strategy in them that are like challenging it all are Mad Dummy and Ag4. Oh fuck. I'm fucking. I jumped over it. That took like 4 seconds. Oh my god. Thanks for the follow, whoever that was, I think. Yeah, I need to set up notifications so here on the screen. Because that's what people want to do. I used to do that, but I forgot how to. Because I stopped doing it for a while. Okay, I'll just. Oh, nice. So I don't know what I'm doing. At least I notice now before I completely screwed up my splits. So you got to make sure you can do. You say fight virus. You don't, you literally just have to sit there for do it again. Yeah, I'm losing one. It's bad. Still barely ahead. But we've pretty much squandered our good ruins, which sucks. But there's still a ton of time to be saved anyway. This just means we're probably not gonna get like a sub 1 or anything crazy like that. Honestly, a sub 101 is probably still on the board though. Yeah, it's definitely spawn. I just need to not be bad. Trademark. God damn it. Those are a little annoying. Oh, heck. Have a nice day. Thanks, pirates. For the first Spears thing, just don't get hit, because that is slow. And slow is bad. It's not very hard, you just kind of walk along the bottom the whole time and pretty much stay safe. Until about this part, you have to not do that. Right here. Good. Now we're at the fun part with the punch card. I was probably way off saying 25 minutes, it's more like 21. Basically the punch card lets you run without, it lets you do a lot of different things because of how it works. Yeah. You're able to do a lot of, you're able to enter rooms in positions you weren't originally supposed to, which can save you a lot of time just from walking alone. It can also be used to skip cutscenes. Is also good. You can also do stuff like that. It's called text overflow. And I use that to run warp into this room. Put me at a better place than just the entrance. Sometimes it's not worth it to do it though, because every time you do it, it puts you in a specific position. That's the last thing you can spare in the room. Alright, here's a cutscene to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, you never actually do it. You can also like romp warp out the room like I did at the end of that one there. I'm not doing it for these rooms because it's not worth it. It puts you pretty much right at the door. And also there's a risk you can soft lock your game every time you do it almost. So doing them for pointless things like that is completely idiotic. Especially when it doesn't save you time at all. The only place where you could argue you should do it is if you here, it's kind of a meme, but like there's this graphic glitch where if you run warp into a room with water in it, like in the where you fight Mad Dummy and stuff, you're able to like walk on water. Call it Jesus first. Pretty great. You can do it for that. Or to like actually save time. It's really interesting how this game that a lot of people are just like a one simulator for a speedrun. It's like, oh, there's actually some cool stuff. Part of that is because the creator of the game, Toby Fox, isn't really like a programmer per se. So, like, he pretty much just made this in Game Maker Studio, I think. There's definitely some flaws to it. So, yeah. So it's definitely a good thing. Because if they weren't, then, like, the speedrun pretty much would just do walking and action simulator. This is Jesus Risk. This run is blessed. You can run more bad in place. But I already got Jesus Risk. So for this I'll be doing some manipulation with potentially getting hit. Try and get better luck for being able to complete this first part of the battle faster. 5 cycles instead of 7. That's 1. This is 2. Those first 2 those are pretty hard to mess up. This is where it starts getting interesting. I got a couple good hits in there, so this has. Oh, never mind. That was pretty bad out. It might, but I kind of got it. Yeah, no. It's probably only a couple of hits off. Yeah, a one hit off. I really got one hit out of all those. Whatever. The rest of the segment was pretty good, so I don't think I don't even think I had 5 cycles running, so we'll probably have. Oh shit. Don't know why I got 7 hit there. I got hit once. Okay. Shot on. Don't. Yeah, we're done. Yeah. Just a little bit though. We'll be like, yeah. If we can get one dying, one of the things, we'll save it on it. Another overflow. Overflow stuff is some of the coolest stuff to look at in the game, I think. It's a shame that you can't do it in the Japanese version of the game, which is actually the faster version. But I prefer playing in English because you can do overflow stuff and mashing is easier. And I'm pretty bad at mashing, so if on Japanese that'd be even worse. Japanese is faster than English because you're able to, there's like some text that's unskippable, especially like when you get to the end of the game in like New Home, like that area. And that scrolls faster. There's a bunch of other areas as well, like in tutorial and iris fights and stuff. And when you first see Flowey as well too. Alright, I'm gonna be quiet here for a second because I'll need focus. Alright, that's one dying. That's good. So if you do this fight in one cycle, instead of the usual 3, which is saves a shit ton of time. You also, the way, if you do it correctly, you can also skip our whole spiel at the beginning. Okay. Oh, shout out to 420. I think I started spraying her from too early. Alright, let's get this. Sweet. It should be a gold. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's a gold. Okay. I went for that. Saves a little time. So if you miss it once, then wherever again. Alright, this is the one thing we kill. Run as for at least. Crit Vulcan. We kill Vulcan because he gives us 3 levels, which is really helpful for the Asgore fight. I'm gonna grab the first one. By overflying. Okay. I was gonna die to the lasers for a second. That was bad. Nice. Alright, now we're gonna have to go back down for left 4-1 because we aren't able to use the menu, so we can't use the punch card right now. We'll do that 2 more times after this also. We have to go here and we get our menu back. This will be the last encounter we get until Asgore. So that means we can put on the stained apron now, because if you put it on before then, there's a chance you wouldn't be able to complete that. Volume 1. Now save there. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that was kind of slow, but whatever. Now we get to listen to this lovely music until we get down to the left floor one. It's just kind of going on over everything, which is pretty funny. This is a pretty good run right now. Yep. Okay, that was decent. I took that slow because that would kill the run if I missed it. In case these splits didn't tell you anything, my best time is very easy to beat. And this is after we wasted like 15 seconds from our ruins. I thought I saw Flock there. Alright, now onto the core. That's safe here. was fast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That was also good. Okay. This is one of my favorite songs. This game has such good music, it's absolutely ridiculous. Oops. I missed the wrong word there. It's kind of finicky to get that. But it looks super cool. I'm trying to mentally confirm. If I get a good ad score, this can be there's a chance this could be a 59. I seem to not choke. So damn. Oh. I'm on a very good run right now. I'm gonna probably not be talking too much because I'm trying to focus. In fact, I'll probably turn off my microphone for the report. 1, 2, 3. see you on the other side, chat. Okay. I choked a couple in a row there. My roommate came into while I was doing it. So it was a really good start to it. I ended. But when he came in, I had like 4 whips in a row that weren't even like golds. Like no golds at all. The cloud fight is pretty much the same amount of distance to it, so time is pretty much good. So that's pretty good. It'll be around like 101. 3 left turns on the other. Yep. Maybe even 2. I don't even know. I got 2 golds, I think, or 2 quads. So like 4 with 4 or 5 with. So I can definitely get a 101 or a 59. I might even just do another run. They choked that out of so hard. Everything else in this was good. Besides Snowden, or whatever. It's kind of funny how that worked out, that Snowden was like my worst split. No, this way. No, I was right the first time. I always forget how this goes. That's a couple seconds. Also, it's really hard to die in this fight, even if you do get hit a lot. So, this is like the easiest thing in the speedrun. It takes like 10 minutes. 11. So it's like, after the super intense Asgore fight, there's this. Just like, okay, I'll do this now. The only way you can really change the amount of time you get on the split is like just hit both times, or that, where you do something stupid, like the bottom. Whoops. Yeah. I'm glad I didn't mess anything up that I wanted to do in terms of front work. And I also got one time to find something. One dine really helped this run. And not being bad at that is a big reason why this is able to be beaten. My actual PvP is a 101.52, not a 57. I just started using this list and started playing again instead of using my ones. Might as well. This is kind of funny. This is the first time since I started playing game that I'm playing with a microphone. It's kind of why I want to explain what I was doing, while I was playing. At least the whole. Because I know some people started following me for Smash. So I've met some people from Smash and stuff. Man, I had a long freaking day today. I'm glad I'm getting this. Make it worth it. Had 2 tests today. Sucked. One was at 7:30 a.m. So I literally didn't even sleep last night. I just like took the test, came back to my room like crap until like 3 in the afternoon. I woke up and studied for my test at 7 p.m. It was a good day. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Get right to reload the game. If you're in chat, just spam the word owl over and over again. Please. I'll taunt all of you out. Ow! Ow! This is Ow! 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 Oh! Ow! Oh! Ow! Ow! True. 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 See if I can get it. Nope. Fuck that up. That's okay. No. I needed that to have some very I didn't because there wasn't a chance for this to be like alright. Like, one more thing. Oh, you're supposed to obey. Stop it. Okay. Coming up on time in a second. Terrible load. 4. Oh baby. That's my first PB in like a year. And my sum of best is now under a minute. Or under an hour. A lot of cool stuff in this. I'm very happy with this. If I get a better ad score, though, I can definitely get sub 1. Was there anything else that was really bad? Besides, like, mashing in Snowden. That's the only thing I can think of that was really noticeable. Oh, and there's some stuff at the beginning of